All right, so JC Radio October talk. Really quick, if you guys didn't miss the announcements earlier, we're going to be doing this through October. We'll be doing this while we're catching up, re-editing, remastering some of Season 3. I call Season 3 the experimental season already. I don't know what you guys think.
I mean, yeah.
We've
done a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll agree to that.
Yeah, we definitely hit some walls.
Yeah.
Like different walls than what we usually would have.
Yeah.
It's like, what was that cartoon where like they would hit a wall? Oh, it was Daffy Duck. We'd be like up and away, and he would hit a tree, then he'd hit another tree, and then like eventually he cut down all the
hit every branch on the way down.
Yeah, and then eventually he cut down all the trees. He's like, so he swings down from the rope, and then he misses the carriage because he was like Robin Hood or whatever, and, like fell in the river, like got ate up by like a crocodile or something. That's us right now. We're cutting down the trees right now, but I just know the second we start swinging, we're going to miss where we're trying to get to and get ate up by a crocodile, and have Porky the Pig leaning up against a tree being like, dumb. So... But,
yeah.
Was that Porky the Pig or was that Bugs Bunny did?
No, that was Porky the Pig, but I bit my fingers, like stubborn people do. But like nobody could see that because it's just audio, so I made the, I guess, Bugs Bunny sound to show that I was biting my nails, I guess. Well, how would you do biting nail sound?
I don't.
That's a weird
sound.
Yeah, I guess whenever you get a good, nice, corny one, it'll make like a crunch noise. One you haven't had in a while.
Jeez. What's wrong with you? So this is our experimental season.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Not sure what this has to do with October, but all right.
Well, we're getting there, okay?
Corn. Candy corn. Go.
That's gross. That is...
So is candy corn.
Candy corn is disgusting.
Yes, it is. So we're all in agreement here. Candy corn is gross.
It is. It's probably the worst Halloween candy you can get.
You know what's worse than that? Those pumpkins are like wannabe candy corns.
I know exactly which ones you're talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's literally like, what do we do with this leftover orange from the candy corn? Can we make it into a pumpkin? Do it. That's what it is.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, no, it is. It's bigger than a candy corn, too, because it's a pumpkin. So you just take this, like...
You can't even do what you should do with candy corn and just stack it and make a kernel of corn.
I was going to say, have y'all ever seen that video?
I have.
No, I have not.
Candy corn's literally built like you're supposed to stack, and it makes a corn.
Really?
A corn. Yeah, I don't know how to say that.
If you look at them, it literally looks like just a piece of corn. So if you stack it, it makes an ear of corn.
Yeah.
Oh, did they do that on purpose?
I'm assuming so.
I would hope, anyway.
Yeah, like candy corn. Like I would hope.
Well, why is it called candy corn?
No idea.
Yeah, no.
I'm
not gonna look that up because I don't care enough.
Yeah, no. I don't want to know what trash candy came up with.
Well, like my whole life, I've wondered, like, why is it called a candy corn?
Does it taste like corn or candy?
Looks like an ear of corn.
It tastes like
or it looks like a kernel of corn.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's why.
If you actually look at them and you look at like a single kernel of corn, they look about the same. If like candy corn was a cartoon.
No, because like I can see it kind of looking like a cartoon popcorn, but not a normal like kernel.
Popcorn is just hard corn.
It's still a different shape.
It's
because it's dried out.
Well, still, I'm just saying.
It's still a piece of.
I don't know. I've never seen candy corn that way. It's only been used as teeth in all of cartoons and in like throughout history.
No, keep talking.
Don't die over there, John.
He's dying. Choked on some candy corn.
Oh God.
No, you know what I'm dying from? From you taking an hour to get into work today.
It happens. Take it out of PTO.
Wait, we're getting paid?
Yeah, exactly.
Have you not gotten your paycheck yet?
No.
We sent it to you. We're getting paid.
Uh-oh.
I haven't started my 401k over here.
Oh, man. I'm really behind on this.
Well, I'll tell you what. Talk to HR.
So who's HR?
You don't know who HR is either?
Nope.
Well, we'll have them reach out to you then. So,
all right.
I don't deal with HR stuff. I'll talk to them in HR and they'll go to you,
Okay.
And then but you should have gotten your first. It was a pretty paycheck. I saw
it. Come in real handy for them student loans.
Well, I mean, yeah. With how many zeros were on the end of that bad boy?
Oh,
2. So man. So it's October talk. Candy corns are gross. What's another gross thing to get inside your candy bag from trick or treating?
oh.
Dental floss.
Did you get dental floss?
Dude, who hasn't gotten dental floss while trick or
I
treating?
ever did.
I've just got
Really?
I got a toothbrush and toothpaste.
That's
I
same
got
realm.
that.
Same realm.
I mean, the best thing was when you went to a house and they're like, "Yo, come back here. We got hot dogs." And I was like, "Yes."
I went at my buddy's apartment complex, and then we hit up, and we hit up every apartment in that place, and then we went across the street to the bigger apartment complex.
Oof.
And up everywhere in that place. If you want to know how long we were trick or treating for, the sun was still out when we started. I think it was like 10:30 when we got home.
It's about normal.
No,
That's like 5 hours.
I guess, yeah. We got a lot of candy. And
4 to 5, anyways.
And then we get home. Well, my buddy's dad calls. Is like, "Hey, how many people are you with?" And he's like, "I'm with 4 or 5 people." And he's like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna bring some. I'll get some burgers from Burger King or whatever." He had 3 giant bags of Whopper Juniors.
Nice.
And only 3 of us showed back up. And I'm so not only do I have my sack full of candy, I'm downing burgers left and right at the same time.
Yeah.
That was a good time. And then we played football afterwards at 11.
That sounds like a terrible idea after eating
No,
candy and burgers.
Well, no, because we were still we were in 8th grade, so we're still adolescent teenagers.
Still had that high metabolism
Yeah.
where your body doesn't care.
If I did that now with burgers and candy, I'd be dead. Just thinking about it's clogging up my arteries.
Yeah.
But no. What happened was I forgot why, but we all ended up pissed off right before we started playing football. So the 2-hand touch was basically a tackle, and that was the first time I experienced getting stiff armed. And I'm pretty sure we just ended up getting in a fight. I don't remember, that part's blurry, but it was a lot of fun regardless.
Dude, I want to go back to how do you trick or treat into an apartment? When do you know whenever they're gonna get candy or not? I guess when they open the door.
No, you just
like
assume
any
everyone else.
I'd assume it's like a house. You leave that outdoor light on to let people know, hey, you can stop here.
Not all apartments have that outdoor light.
Well, not all apartments. This one, the second one we went to didn't. So we just knocked, and usually people just leave a sign like, "Hey, don't knock," or if we.
Okay,
knock,
that's what I figured.
3 knocks, nobody answers, whatever. The best was, so in 8th grade, I became a dishonest person, and they would have the box that says take 1 or 2, be honest and whatnot. The first box we came up to,
You take the whole box.
I was about to take the whole box, but they were watching, and they were full-size candy bars.
Oh.
And so I grab a handful. The guy goes, "Take 1," and I was like, "Okay." But the second one was at the apartment complex across the street, and it was full of pixie sticks. And
Not as good.
Oh no! When you have 100 of them, it's amazing.
Yeah.
And
talk about sugar crush.
And it was pixie sticks and Jolly Ranchers, other stuff, but I just wanted the pixie sticks because I never really had any growing up at that point. Even still. But so we kind of got lost in the apartment complex, and we ended up back at the box that had the pixie sticks in it. And at this point, it was 9:30. I was like, "There's no way anyone else is trick or treating." So I just picked up the box. It was a big box too, like this big. How big would you say? 4 feet across?
About
3.
3, but it was
2 feet.
2 feet. So it was 3
3
feet
by 2.
Yeah, it was a pretty big box, full half full of pixie sticks and stuff.
That's a lot of pixie sticks.
It was a lot. It was when my friends were done with it. I was like, just pick up the box and give it to me, because we got lost and we ended up back at that house. Because I was like, "Where are we?" I was like, "I know where we're going." They ended up back there. I was like, "I obviously don't know where I'm going." So,
obviously, you did.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I did. We'll never know.
The world may never know.
That was when I first discovered Leatherface too. Because my friend was like my costume? Scared the piss out of me. I was like, who are you? He's like, a Leatherface. I'm like, who the flip is Leatherface?
Very, very rude awakening into Texas Chainsaw there.
It scared the crap out of me. I couldn't even look at him. I was like, dude, take the mask off.
Dude, that was nothing. I remember whenever Leatherface got big, but whenever I was growing up, it was Ghostface. It was Scream, because Scream came out in 99. And that was like right around the time, like, obviously I was getting big into trick-or-treating because I was 9. But
remember the ghost face that would, like, you would squeeze the pump and, like, blood would spew down?
Still got it. It was at Walmart today.
Oh, really?
Yes.
They still have them. I had one of those in high school.
Dude, like, that's been around since, like...
You hold, like, a heart pump and you squeeze it.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I still have the rope for that.
They made a Jason one, too. I don't know if they still make the Jason one anymore.
I don't think that one was as popular.
That wasn't as popular. Like, it was a cool concept, but it wasn't as...
Yeah, but honestly, Ghostface is not scary.
No,
that
not really.
whole movie's based around a parody of scary movies.
Wait, what?
Kinda, yeah. No, yeah, it kind of is. Like, it's a
meta commentary over scary movies.
Like, it's a legit scary movie, but it's, like, at the same time, make fun of scary movies. Kind of
And
like the remake of...
they
like,
did
Jamie
Scream.
Kennedy literally lays out the plot of Scream in, like, the first act. He was like, yeah, if you're not a virgin, you might as well die, because they're going to kill you.
Huh.
Like, he has his rules throughout the entire movie, and they follow every freaking rule.
I haven't actually ever sat down and watched Scream.
Oh, yeah.
So is the moral, like, don't be a virgin? Because I don't think that's a good moral.
No, the moral is, like, be a virgin and don't have friends. Like, that's pretty much...
That was how
Be
it was
a
in high
hermit.
school. That was... Okay, so be a virgin and don't have friends. That's why nothing bad happened to me growing up.
Speaking of something bad just happened in the studio right now.
I will stab you.
I'm the one that's smelling it. Who did it?
Cody?
It's not me. I don't smell a thing, dude.
Oh, it may be me.
Is there a ghost?
Not that I know of.
Did a ghost just fart? Where's it? Oh, it's so freaking... Oh, look at that over there.
No.
Gosh, no, it's the...
Don't you do it.
No, it's... Gosh, John, you guys know who it is. Oh, I can't believe it.
So what was your, like, costume that everyone went to? Like, whenever you all were back in trick-or-treating? Like, the go-to? Like, obviously, as you said, ours was Ghostface. Like, what was the most popular?
I don't know. I don't remember, like, one specific one being a go-to. It seemed like each year there was a different one, but there was never, like, one that I saw a lot of people in. Like, I'd see more in one than another, but it wasn't, like, an overwhelming majority ever. I don't know, John. It might have been different where you were.
No, where I was, it was Ghostface.
Was it Ghostface for you as well?
Elementary school. It was Ghostface, but towards the end of elementary school, it was like Ghostface and Mike Myers.
I guess they were also very easy to come up with, too.
I was wondering, like, being grown up now, I'm, like, wondering why a parent let their kid go to school looking like Mike Myers or Ghostface or Jason.
Good point.
Honestly, those weren't the ones that I thought were bad. Mine were the ones where it had, like, the grotesque masks. I've always wondered that.
Oh, yeah, that too.
More along those lines than, like, an iconic horror movie.
Yeah. It depends on the school, too. Some of them probably had a limit on what you could do, and most of them probably didn't even let you wear the mask as it is, because...
Oh, no. Back when I was growing up, you could.
Could you?
So, yeah, back when I was in elementary school, when I got out was when they were finally like, no more masks.
I was
Okay,
getting ready to
that
say,
when
when
it
I was in
changed?
junior high is
remember,
when they
like,
finally
at some
initiated
point
it.
that they, like, got rid of it, but I couldn't remember when.
Yeah, I mean, like, because I remember, like, elementary school, like, we weren't allowed to have guns in, like, first and second grade, but we were allowed to have, like, swords or lightsabers.
Yeah.
And then by, like, yeah, I don't know. And then by fourth grade, it was, like, iffy whether or not you were allowed to have a lightsaber or not, because it was a weapon. And then yeah, after that it was just whatever. What I liked about my high school is that my high school did the costume march that elementary schools did.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, this is cool. And then they were like, costume contest. What did I go that year? I was a zombie.
Nice.
I had the fake blood pellets in my mouth and everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had some interesting ones when I was growing up. I went as Zorro one year. I always thought that was weird.
Zorro or Zorro?
What'd I say?
You said Zorro.
I meant Zorro. Oh my god.
Dude with the sword cuts the Z in your chest.
Yeah, Zorro.
Yeah, Zorro.
I went with Zorro. I don't know why I said Zorro. But then after the Zorro costume, I wanted to be a musketeer. I was a freaking weird little kid.
Weird?
I know. Well, I know exactly what it was. So like at the time I wanted to be
Those
Zorro
chocolates.
was when the Antonio Banderas Mask of Zorro came out.
Do you want one?
I'm good.
I went as Zorro one year.
Yeah, I went out.
It's a great costume.
I was the only Mexican
But-
here did not go as Zorro at all.
You don't know if I'm Mexican or not?
idea.
Are you? Yeah, I'm half.
0.
Fractions at this
Zero.
But the next year, I watched Man in the Iron Mask, and I wanted to be a musketeer.
Dude,
I watched movies like nobody's business back in the day.
I'm not questioning that. I'm questioning why you wanted to do anything with Man in the Iron Mask, because as a kid, that movie freaked me out.
Really?
I loved the
Dude, as
Musketeers.
a kid, that mask, like, I don't know why, but that movie freaked me out as a kid.
So did you want to be a knight like the third year?
No. I think I was Batman. I was Batman a lot. A lot. Like, I'm pretty sure I had every Batman costume from the, not Kevin Costner, Michael Keaton through George Clooney. Couldn't think. I was like, that 80s actor that I can't remember right now.
Solid choice, though, for Halloween. Can't be wrong going as Batman.
You
Never.
can. Batman's overrated.
You can go suck a big one with that statement.
Nah, there's a ghost around here. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. You guys are scary down here. I just saw that bottle move out in the other room again. So,
Dude, you can buy a legit Batman costume, like the '89 version, for like $1,000. Like, legitly.
Why are you ignoring that bottle floating right there?
I don't want to know what's going on behind me.
It's right there floating above
Well,
your
I
head.
don't want to know.
It's scary. Could you
If
see
I don't
that,
know, it
Cody?
didn't happen.
Cody, you don't see that?
No.
The bottle over his head right now.
Oh, okay.
Treating it like I treat my kids. If I didn't see it happen, it didn't happen.
I think that's good parenting technique.
No, it's a terrible parenting technique.
Did you do drugs? No, okay, I wasn't there. All right, I'm sorry. Keep going. Michael Keaton, Batman.
Well, it's-
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Ox got him
Yeah.
to his point with that.
yeah, like, you can name your costumes. Like, I was pretty
Yeah,
much
what'd you go
superhero
as,
themed, if you
John?
couldn't tell.
What was your most consistent? Though I can't really say that because I never was the same thing 2 years
I guess
in a
I went as a
row.
Klingon twice.
Why a Klingon? That's an interesting one for you.
Because Klingons are boss.
Deep Space or...
I was Worf.
Enterprise-
I was
or-
Worf when I was in second grade, and
Okay.
my buddy had the legit hair and ridges wig too,
Nice.
like straight from Star Trek
Wow.
costume thing. Yeah, no, it's like legit. And then so I just wore like a yellow and black shirt my mom made, and I was Worf, Lieutenant Commander Worf. Thank you very much.
Touche.
And then like I think I was seventh grade. I was just straight up a Klingon, except we made the armor and I had the fur arms and everything.
Nice.
So it was really cool.
Solid.
And again, had the wig and everything. So
I never did Star Trek. I don't even think I did Star Wars. Now that I
did.
think about
I
it.
didn't really
I did
do
Star
much
Wars.
with either.
I was Anakin Skywalker in fourth grade. I had the green lightsaber, the Anakin suit, and made out of my real hair, the Padawan braid, because I grew that myself in the beginning of the year.
All right, then. I can't say I did anything consistent. Like, at least not same costume consistently. I've used my Scream robe consistently since, like, sophomore year of high school, but never for the same thing.
And
Nice.
you never been like the same genre of like whatever, like you know, maybe a Nintendo character twice, or maybe Batman character more than once.
Not that I can remember. I mean, again, with the Scream robe, I've more or less just been some weird, creepy, statuesque looking thing.
Okay.
I've gotten real good in Halloween time, like just paint my face white and I can just sit there super still without blinking for a while and get people to question if I'm actually real or not.
Buddy, I don't know if you're real or not right now.
I don't know if I'm real or not.
Dude, don't
So,
do that to me.
There's a branch of philosophy for that thinking.
oh, That's too deep for this.
Are you real right now?
1 year up at Quincy for Halloween, using my Scream robe yet again, that I had a plan. I was going to get these really big, essentially think Maleficent wings if you saw that movie. I wanted those wings.
Don't you have a pair of those Victoria's Secret wings?
They're essentially kind of like that.
No,
but
those are straight up Victoria's Secret.
They're
wings.
not actually from that, but they might as well be.
They're
Not gonna lie, they're not. They were the biggest sized wings I could find for like under $1,000 though.
How much were they?
I spent like $70 on them.
It's not bad for a pair of Victoria's Secret wings.
Pretty bad for one part of a costume. Just one.
How much have you ever dropped in a costume?
That year I spent a lot on my costume. I bought those wings and I bought my like colored contacts. I don't know if you've seen those. Those were like $100.
Were they the white ones?
Those were free with the ones I got. I got the full black ones, like the
like
supernatural
demonized?
demons. Yeah.
Nice.
What's the most either most elaborate costume or the most you've ever put into a costume?
About $200.
What the flip?
Those wings and them contacts were like $170.
Mine's about $100.
$100?
Yeah.
I don't even think I touched. How much have I?
Halloween's my time of year, dude. I'll put money into some good Halloween
Halloween's
stuff.
my time of year too, but I'll go out and like nickel and dime it, but I don't think I'll ever reach to like $25.
Now, once I get my big boy job, I'm dropping some money on
Yes.
a cosplay costume because I'm going to go to cons and dress up.
See, that's
and
why
do
we
all
gotta
that
learn how
stuff.
to make our own stuff.
Okay, I'm not gonna
As
find
cool as
this
it is
picture.
just to like have the costumes, it's better if you can make it.
Oh, yeah, but I ain't got that time.
Fair point.
All right. Well, that was weird. Technical difficulties. I don't remember where we're at, so let's just talk about something else.
Weren't you going to talk about a time at a haunted house?
I got. I talk too much. Let's do your haunted house experience. Either first time in a haunted house or most memorable time in a haunted house.
I'll do my most memorable because it's kind of jacked up. So,
Okay.
we're going to start off. Me and like 10 other people go to this haunted house, and I'm going to
That's a
name
lot of
drop
people
it.
for a haunted house.
Oh, yeah. We caravan this thing. It's in Piggott, Arkansas. Pumpkin Hollow. Shout out to Pumpkin Hollow. It's really good. You should go. But this time, I was driving. So I was either 16 or 17. So like everyone else was younger than me, and they'd only been to the haunted house once. I've been like 3 or 4 times prior. And I was
How much younger?
Like 1 to 2 years younger.
Okay, so not like 12-year-olds or anything like
No,
that.
not like 12-year-olds. No. So we get to Piggott, pay, go in. The first one is a barn. And like typical things to expect. It was the year of like the clown and like a sane asylum. So date that as you want.
Remember that clown problem we had like 2 years ago?
Yes.
Yes.
That needs to come back.
You're insane.
That doesn't need to come back.
No, they'd get shot now.
That was a thing. All right,
Surprised
keep
they didn't
going.
get shot.
But so we're getting ready to start off, and like I knew I wanted to be in the back because like in the back they're not going to mess with you as bad as they are going to mess with the people that go in first.
Oh, yeah.
And the people that go in the middle. Middle's the worst to go in a haunted
Unless
house.
everyone up
Really?
front. Unless
I've been told the middle's like the best because they usually mess with the front and the back the worst.
No, back as long as you
that's
keep
the
you
best.
as long as you keep your head like going back and forth and kind of like looking around, you're good because they're not going to jack with you because you're expecting it.
The middle is where you're going to have the most fun if you don't like being scared, because then you can just see the after effect of everything. The front, if you like to be scared, go up front. But the back sucks, though, when the group when you look behind you and go, that's cool, and then look back around, and the group you're with, I guess, got scared straight and ran, and then you're just left alone, like...
Oh, that's never happened to me.
That's how it's me. And I'm trying to look at the actors like, where did they go? And they're just like, I'm going to get you. And I'm like, no, like, seriously, where did they go? And I'm like, do I go this way? And like, one actor was cool. He's like, the path to death is this way. And I was like, I'm gonna go that way then. I had to like exactly. I had to like run, like speed walk past everything, and they're all so like scare me. So I'm like, and, like catch up. I'm like, what the heck, guys? Oh man.
But we get into this first room, and it's an asylum. Something that, like, of course, to expect. But there's no one there. It's just like animatronics popping out, like going up and down.
Oh, that's lame.
Well, come to find out there was someone there. And I'm sitting in back, and I'm like, that's weird. They always put someone in a room. No matter what, there's always one person. And then I feel something in my back.
What the heck?
And it's vibrating. So just think of that, and it's cylindrical.
Oh.
So me at 17, I'm thinking, oh, there's a toy in my back.
Yeah.
Like, and not like a cool Halloween toy. Like a...
Well, I mean, that just depends
an
on
adult toy.
That's true. This is definitely... it felt like an adult time fun toy. And I grabbed the dude's arm and yanked him in front of me. And this kid was like 14.
Oh, I feel bad for this kid.
I was like, sorry, you freaked me out. I thought that was a... And I said what I thought it was.
What was it?
It was a razor. But he flipped it around and used the bottom part.
Since he couldn't actually... To make
it,
sure it didn't cut anything.
Yeah, to make sure it didn't cut anything. But it freaked me out enough. I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I know. No touching. Anyway, going on. So I went on. Well, we get into the next room.
Another one.
And then, like, I see things like we're having to crawl through, like, a hole.
Yep.
And, like,
pretty standard
right
stuff.
before the hole, I noticed there was a cabinet. And I was like, okay, something's going to pop out there. What I didn't realize is how far it was going to pop out. It popped out as I'm like standing there, and it clocks me in the head. And I'm like, what the is going on? And then like one guy broke character. He was like, "You okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm fine." It was just caught me off guard.
That's a time to break character. When you watch someone get clocked in the face, it's like, "Dude, you good?"
Yeah, he kind of laughed. He kind of like snickered. He's like, "You okay?" So I was like, I'm fine,
I'm fine, you jerk.
So finally we get out of there. And then, like, the whole time I'm hearing the chainsaws, I was like, man, I'm going to have to run at the end because everyone's going to be running. Of course, that happens.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that sucks.
So I'm running down the hill trying to catch up with everybody. And then I was like, all right, so let's go to the forest now. So in the forest, there's nothing I can run into besides a tree. So I just know I can't hit a tree.
That's not a good thing. You know how easy it is to look behind you and turn back and go, whack!
Yeah, luckily there's a path, though.
I hit my head again.
Apparently I'm not supposed to tell this part of the story.
What the flip was that?
Yeah, we're good.
But,
hold on. Was that the ghost again?
Could be.
I'm telling you, man.
Anyways, Alex.
So we go through this. It's a zombie forest, so like, typical zombie things.
Yeah.
And we're getting to the end of it, and like nothing's happening. So I'm like, okay, something's gonna pop out.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to go through this cattle
right
trailer.
In the face again.
I didn't get hit in the face. I didn't get hit in the face yet. So we had to go through this cattle. Like they turned a cattle 18-wheeler, like a cattle trailer over, and like you had to go through the cattle trailer. And I was like, okay, something's
watch your step on that because. A lot of holes in those trailers.
Well, they had it cut like.
Oh, they have the side of it covered over.
Yes, that's what we're worried about through a haunted house. Holes.
Like it had like plywood and then like hay over the plywood.
Okay.
It was about an 18-foot trailer, and like the door at the end was on the side, and I was like, okay, so like something's gonna be here, and we're gonna have to run and all that. I got to make sure not to hit the back of the trailer.
Whack.
So, even expecting it, this dude pops out of the freaking hay. He was legit. Like, he planned this thing out from the get-go. Popped out of the hay with the chainsaw, and he revved it. And I wasn't ready for it. I knew it was happening, and I couldn't prepare myself for him to pop out of that hay. I was only like 4 feet away from the end of the entrance. And I turn and full speed hit the end of this cattle trailer and fall on my ass.
Was there an indent of you on the other side?
No. Oh, God. Like, again, the guy laughed. He was like, are you okay? And I was like, I hurt. Just help me up. And like, he helped me up. And like, he was like, all right, but you got to get out of here running. And I was like, okay. And I just run out the door.
Lippy and bleeding's not enough.
Everyone's like, did you just smoke the end of the trailer? I smoked the end of this trailer.
I looked down and just been like, "Can I just be part of the act for a second, man?"
Yeah, it's like I'll pretend I'm dead. Just leave me here.
This is real.
Just
blood.
get up and.
But that was probably the best and worst experience at a haunted house.
It's just, are you okay? Yeah, it's just turning into a thing today.
I'm just gonna lie here.
That's hilarious.
That's pretty good.
You come back home with a black eye and a broken nose. So how is it? Oh, it's really good.
Although we did meet girls there, and I got a girl's number out of that. So surprise on that.
Hey.
One.
How the heck did you get a girl's number out of that?
Because
It was like, you just smacked that trailer, I'm going to throw you a bone.
Yeah, pretty much.
He must be tough. His face is still in one piece.
It's like he didn't knock his ass out.
He's
He's good.
Exactly. He's still alive. Took a vibrator to the back.
Dude, that was probably the freakiest part about it.
A cabinet to the face and a whole on trailer.
I did not like that. That was probably the freakiest thing.
The freakiest, I guess the freakiest thing that ever happened to me in a haunted house was I went through my first haunted house when I was 8.
Sounds awful.
That does sound terrible.
Well,
at 8.
I was like being cocky about it. I was like, "Oh, it's a haunted house. It's all fake." And the first attraction, well, like you walk in, there's
So
like,
you were being Adam.
yeah, kind of. And so I was like, whatever. So I walk in, and it was like really good, like dead people just chilling at like a. There were mannequins, but like just chilling at a dinner table. I was like, yo, that's scary, but it's fake. And I turned the corner. I was like, yep, something's about to pop out of that closet. So it was all animatronics. And then it did. And I knew exactly what was going to happen, how it was going to happen. I knew 100% it was fake. But I guess my feelings weren't ready for that. And let me tell you something. You're not supposed to go backwards in a haunted house. So that popped out. I'm like, I started running backwards, and I didn't know they locked the door when you go through. So I'm like banging on this entrance, and this dude's like, "Dude, what's going on?" And my mom was there. She's like, "Was it scary?" I'm like, "We're like 3 feet in there." So here's what happened. Somehow, either my mom or my dad or some adult peer pressured me into going in. And
you were just like, fine.
And like finishing it, yeah. Because my little brother was there, and he was 6 at the time, like 5 or 6, and he was just like, "Screw this crap, no."
Sounds like me,
right? And so I was like, "Fine, I'll go." I was trying my head down the whole time. Made it worse because now my brain's just like, "This is real" because you can't see it. And then we get to a point where it was a really tall like Frankenstein's monster statue, which was really cool. I did glance at that. But I'm like hyperventilating, like I am crying. I can't catch a breath. I cried so much, so hard, like I ran out of tears. And we were just halfway through it. And it was called the Black Hole. It was called the Black Hole. My uncle was working on it in Denver, Colorado, and it was inside like a comic book like nerd store, because like they had like legit props from like Star Wars and stuff, and they had like Boba Fett's helmet. And like every lightsaber you could think of, like it was like our like best dream, in like in like the store. And then they had a haunted house there called the Black Hole. It's because I guess technically, yeah, at the actual halfway point, you're in that illusion black hole that's spinning, and you're on a platform. It feels like you're moving, but you're not. Yeah. So I saw that. And then let me tell you, I stayed in that tunnel for like an hour. But so when we get to Frankenstein's monster, which is right before the black hole, my dad, while he's trying to talk to me and be like, "It's fine, it's safe, I'm here with you, we're with the group, everything's fine," takes his hand and made it feel like that someone behind me was like slowly brushing the side of my stomach with his hand.
No.
And I lost it right there. And like I knew it was my dad because my brother mentioned earlier that my dad did that to him, my older brother. So I'm like, okay, well, my dad won't do that to me. He did. I was like, what a horrible father you are. So after the black hole, apparently there were like 3 exits on the way there.
Oh.
But apparently like they just had enough of me. And so after the black hole, they're like, here's another exit. And I'm like, another? Like, so I left early, and turns out there was like another 30 minutes to the thing. So it was like forever. But I get
Sounds
out,
like a big one.
yeah, it was pretty big. And my mom's just like, okay, breathe. Just breathe. I'm like, I am breathing. It's scared the crap out of me. And apparently, again, my older brother told me this. I don't know if it's true or not, but apparently they had an actual like human skeleton in there. Like
that I don't know if I would believe.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Because, well, my brother told me that my uncle who was working on it said that there was an actual skeleton in there. I do remember it coming in conversation at dinner later that night. So it could have been, I don't know, I was 8 and I was traumatized and like, and it's so scary. And I'm, and that was my first experience with peer pressure with people older than me. And but I mean, now I go inside haunted houses. And I'm like, this is pretty good.
Yeah, see, I'll do these haunted houses, like the one me and you were talking about. I won't do the ones where you have to sign a waiver and they're allowed to touch you.
There's not a lot of those.
Listen,
out
let
there.
me tell you something. I will give Cody every paycheck I will ever make for the rest of my life if he goes through the McKinney Manor.
Fuck no.
He just
I wouldn't do that for a
Which one's that?
It's the one where they
simulated torture.
Oh, that's what it's
No,
called.
that place is straight up illegal, dude. I don't care
Is
what
that
waiver
the one
you
where they
sign.
have like rape scenarios?
They'll make you eat
not
your
the
own
rape
vomit.
scenarios, but they'll gag you and
They will straight up waterboard you. They will
they'll
straight up make
waterboard
you
you.
eat your own vomit.
have you go through.
It's
Is that the
illegal.
one with the fat guy that runs it out of his house?
He's not fat, but yeah.
The
Oh, yeah,
older
all it costs is
gentleman.
like a donation to some dog food place.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
you bring dog food, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
No,
F
I
that.
won't do that one.
That is straight up illegal. I've looked into it. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of waiver you sign. They cannot torture you, which
Well-
is what they're doing
Well, they're doing it.
because people are too scared to go after them.
Well, it's simulated torture.
No. If you straight up make me eat my own puke, that's not simulated. That is torture.
No, you mean you've never, thrown up a bit in your mouth, like you're at
That's
work. You just
different.
No,
swallow
there is one that does have like you pay them, they come up with the scenario and they give you a freaking safe word. And you have to say the safe word
to
for
have
it
a
to
safe
stop.
Pineapple
word.
juice.
McCamey Manor's supposed to have a safe word. From what I understand from like comment sections and things, they don't care.
Well, no.
No,
So,
I've seen the documentary over this
Yeah.
one, and like he's gotten in trouble before.
Who, McCamey Manor?
Yes.
He should.
his safe word is like they'll ignore the safe word, but if you say it like 5 or 10 times, then you have to say I couldn't make it through McKay Manor, and then they'll let you go.
Yeah, that's bogus. If I give you the safe word, I'm done. Like, I'm done right there.
Yeah.
There's no need to go on.
I think I've seen this on the documentary on Hulu. I think I've seen him on Hulu. Yeah.
And there was one on Netflix too.
No, I will never even step foot near that place.
Now I do want to do.
Technically, you're near it, just from a distance.
That wouldn't be near.
Holy crap! That lantern is now moving. That ghost decided to move that lantern.
Now
It's
I want to
getting-
do
it's
the
getting
darkness.
closer.
The St. Louis one.
I want to do the darkness
I've
so
heard that's
bad.
supposed to be a good one. Again, won't go
Is that
through
the
it,
one where
but
it's like
I'll,
if you make it to the
I'll
end,
wait
they
for
give you
y'all.
like your money back?
I think that's
I
what they
doubt you
started
will
off as,
remember.
and then now they moved away from it.
Didn't someone like fall out a window or something?
No, one of the stages, like how to leave one time, was that you had to jump into like the darkness, and at the bottom was like an airbag, or like the inflatable catch thing. That was how one of the ways to get out.
So you just
I'm
jumped.
sure-
You just jumped down like a dark pit.
Yeah,
in
just
hopes
hope.
that like you're actually not at some serial killer's place.
Yeah, pretty much.
That would be great.
Sure, I won't go through it.
Cody,
Yeah,
what will it take to get you in a haunted house?
nothing because I'm not going.
Cody,
Not even the one like where you get the paintball equipment.
The zombie paintball. I've
Is
done
that
that. I'm not going in a haunted house.
Cody, what about a haunted woods?
No.
What? Everyone has a price. I am
No.
going to figure out your price.
No, there is not a price on this. It's not happening.
So what if somebody's like, I will pay off. We're playing the what if game, okay? So you have to play along.
Okay.
If somebody was like, I will pay off your student loan and interest right now if you just go through this haunted house.
No.
Are you serious?
I'm
Are
100%
you
serious.
in a heartbeat, and I don't even have it.
Alex would push you out of the way and just drug her not through. I made it to the end.
Take my fear of spiders and just make that exponentially work.
If somebody looked at me and said they would give me debt free,
But they
if I
can't
just hold
touch
a
you.
spider,
Dude,
what's the
there's no point in explaining it to my brain.
What do you mean?
It's just not happening, dude.
Why? What is so wrong with haunted house?
A psychological thing in my brain. No, not doing it.
You wouldn't even go to Horrorland?
No.
Isn't that the big Las Vegas one?
What is Horrorland?
It only happens in October in Las Vegas, where it's like an amusement park.
That sounds beautiful.
Like, look it up. It's like huge.
I'll look it up after.
Probably no.
You know where I went? That probably the best haunted houses I've ever been to was Universal Studios during their.
I don't doubt that.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. It was like 10 different attractions. Resident Evil was one of the attractions I went through, and the amount of money they put into that was amazing.
Yeah, how much money did it cost to get into that?
Too much.
I'll say it. We upgraded our tickets. So remember, this is the upgrade, so it's a cheaper discount. We upgraded our tickets to the Fear Fest for $80 a pop. It was me and
That's not
someone
as
else.
hard as I would expect it to be.
That's $80 on top of what they paid for the ticket.
So we already paid for
So
our
it was around almost $400.
Yeah, and we had
money.
2 full day passes to both amusement parks.
Park hoppers.
Yeah. So not only did we have 2 of those for like stupid expensive, but then for an extra $80, we could stay after hours for the Halloween Fear Fest.
That's almost worth it.
You know what it was, because one it was Walking Dead themed, and this was like season 4, so Walking Dead was still good. 2, and like they actually had the RV from The Walking Dead there.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Yeah, that was really cool. 2, it was just really cool to see it set up. Like they had like zombies walking around, but it was in different sections that were covered in smoke. So if you didn't want to be scared by a zombie, you would just avoid the smoky sections. 3, they had like every haunted house like ever, and it was like really cool. Like 10 attractions, you could go to all of them. And 4, all the rides were still open. So if you just were done with haunted houses and being scared, like you could go on the rides. Now, if this tells you like how creeped out I was kind of getting, we went on the Minions ride. I was like, we need to do this for a bit because this is kind of creeping me out right now. But yeah, no, all the roller coasters were open, which roller coasters at night are amazing.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
All the other
definitely.
Yeah, all the other rides were open. So like it was really fun. Like it's worth it. Holy crap. We've been recording for so long.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
All right.
Do you guys have anything else?
I think I'm good.
I don't have any more
All right.
trick or treat spooky stories.
Trick or treat. Oh yeah, hold on, Cody. What about your trick or treat stories?
Do you want a haunted house one?
Well, obviously there's 0 of that.
Oh, I've worked a haunted house.
I've worked a haunted house too.
You want that one then?
Yeah, do that
I
one.
mean,
Oh,
is it fun or is it?
I thought it was fun.
Well, I mean, is your story fun or is it lame?
We're gonna go with fun.
Okay, go ahead.
So, senior year up at Quincy, the business club decides they're going to start a haunted house, which makes sense. Good business, because, I mean, it's super cheap to start it, and you can make a crap ton of money on it.
Okay.
And they're sending out a message like, whatever students want to work it, let us know. We're going to have a meeting, and we'll get everybody set up with stuff. So I get up there, and most of the rooms have got stuff in them, and then they're like, oh, we got, like, they're showing everybody where their rooms are at because we're going to do a practice run of it. And they put me in this room that is literally the room and a strobe light. Nothing else. Me and one other dude in this, like, empty hallway. And I was like, how the heck is this going to work?
They're going to be so disoriented, you don't even have to hide in a strobe light
yeah,
area.
at that point, yeah.
The room, it was in part of the old dorms up at North Campus at Quincy because it used to have dorms as well up there. Well, he hid in one of the rooms that didn't have an outside window to it. So it's completely pitch black in there. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to do my...
That's creepy.
Yeah, he was wearing a Scream costume for it, too.
Oh, okay.
So you jump out at someone, you're going to freak them out a little bit. I'm like, okay, I'll just do my standard statue thing. I'm just going to sit here real creepy looking, wait till they get by me, and I'm going to scare the crap out of these guys. But I was like, how are we going to make this work, like, in an empty hallway? This is going to be tough. So we get to, like, the night for the first night of the haunted house rolls around. I get all my makeup and stuff done. I get my contacts put in because that night I was wearing the full like demon contacts for it. And I'm just sitting there. I don't have like anything like prop wise because usually when I do this, we were down in St. Louis and I'd have this decapitated head, and I'd just sit there and hold it until someone would walk by, and then I'd start like petting it.
That's not creepy.
I didn't have that this year. I was like, okay, I just got to like sit here, and so we get a bunch of groups going through. It did way better than anybody expected. Like. This thing made probably like $2,000 in the first night.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. But we get groups going through it. I'm just sitting there against the wall, like crouched down real low. And as they walk by, I just smack my hands on the wall real loud and then like get up and start following them. Well, they're paying attention to me and don't even realize the guy that's in there with me is hiding in this other room until they get up there, and he jumps out at them. We ended up getting one group that went by that we straight up had this chick pee herself. It was the best like Halloween moment I've had, because even when we were down in St. Louis doing it, like not in a haunted house thing, I was like, my goal every year was to like scare the crap out of at least one kid.
Like literally?
Well, not literal crap, but like, you know where I'm going with it. Like scare the pants off of them. And to get someone to straight up pee themselves, I was like, that was like the pinnacle of my Halloween career right now, because that was awesome.
How did you know she peed herself?
He did. Like, I didn't. He told me later. He's like, yeah, we straight up got her to pee herself. And I was like, that's freaking awesome.
Oh, man.
The only thing that sucked about that night was, like, we were, like, probably an hour and a half in, and I had to run downstairs real quick because one of my contacts was coming out. So I had to run downstairs, get into a room, and put it back in, and then, like, make my way back through it, like, in between groups so I didn't know where I was.
All right. Now are we ending it?
I think we're good at this point.
Awesome. That was fun. Fun time. Someone needs to talk to that ghost over there.
Okay.
Because it keeps getting closer and scaring me. So,
if our audience has any good Halloween stories, tell us in the comments sections.
Oh, yeah. Do that. Or, hit us up on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Spreaker, and Spotify.
Yeah.
So hit us up on any of those. Email us. Let us know. We'll share your story. And, happy October. This is October Talk. Signing out.
Peace.
Ooh.